From the spring to the autumn we chop branches off trees and hedges and feed them to the goats. Now these are deciduous trees, so the leaves are only around from spring through to the autumn. And on our far side allotment here, the hedge here is a hawthorn hedge, and last year we spent our time cutting it down to size. Now it's still quite a size now, but when we first started off it was absolutely enormously high, and if you have a look you can see one tree right in the middle there which is still left, still needs to be chopped down, but it gives you an idea of the height of the hedge here. It basically hadn't been touched for about 30 years and it got out of control, so when we took on this site recently we had to get the hedge under control. Now the thing is, it's out of leaf now, so we aren't chopping it back at the moment. This is part of the same hedge that we didn't manage to cut back last year, and as you can see it is very high, and in the spring and summer when this is in leaf we will be chopping this lot back ready to feed to the goats. This is another part of the hedge around the Winnie's site where we have our allotments, and again we have a lot of hedging that has just got completely out of control, and the people who have the plot behind that hedge there have said that they're quite happy for us to come along and chop down the hedge and take it away to feed to the goats, and over the next few weeks this lot will gradually be chopped back. Now, as you can see in this corner we've already chopped back some of the privet, and indeed there was quite a lot of it, so this took us a month to get through this lot, and it was all taken over to the other side of the Winnie's site to be fed to the goats. But the advantage for the allotment over here is that he's now going to get a lot more light onto his allotment. And here are a couple of branches already lobbed off, ready for goat dinner. Well, today instead of giving the goats privet we're giving them bamboo, which we've cut down from the corner of the community garden. Now these are some of the branches that we chopped off, where we removed most of the branches with leaves on, they got fed to the goats, but as you can see there's still lots left behind, and our job for the winter, or one of them, is to get this lot chopped up ready to be used for firewood in a year or so's time. This is Georgina, she's the goat that we've had the longest, and that is Snow, one of her offspring from last year next to her. But as you can see she is very pregnant, and we are expecting her babies by the end of January. This is Spot here, and she too is pregnant, but not as advanced as Georgina. Pinky there we think may be pregnant, but if she is, it'll still be a while before she's ready. These are the branches from which the goats have eaten the leaves over the last 5 or so weeks. These are the bigger branches, the smaller ones have already been chopped up. So as you can see, they're getting through quite a fair whack of them. We've got to be ready for the arrival of the babies, so we're in the main goat house now, and this needs to be given a thorough clean out. We've just been joined by snow. As you can see, the manure bin is pretty much full. We're not going to get much more of this on it. So we've only cleaned half the goat house, so there's another quantity similar to this to be brought out. So over in the Winnie's garden, community garden, there's a big manure bin there as well, and everybody can just help themselves to the manure. But this will rot down over the winter, and we'll get this onto the land in the spring. For over 3 years now, we have chopped the branches from the local hedges and trees, fed them to the goats. Goats will eat the leaves, the twigs, the bark, and what's left we've chopped up. And we've stored that, knowing that at some point in the future we'll be using it. Well, that point in the future has now arrived. So after all these years of cutting back the branches and storing them, we're now using them on our new stove here. Wood-fired stove heats the entire house, so free fuel, and it's sustainable, and we're absolutely delighted with our new acquisition.